Hi everyone. In this Oracle SQL workshop tutorial, we will discuss about how to write SQL queries and how to we will be discussing different SQL tasks and how to write the SQL queries and how we can achieve them in step by step in detail. And Let us start with this task. Here I have a requirement. Here I have a requirement. I need to write a SQL query to get the top 10 customers. So I want to write a SQL query to get the top 10 customers and their revenue. And here I need to show remaining customers revenue in the 11th row. I need to show remaining customers, whatever the top 10 we have shown here, right? In top 10, other than top 10, whatever the customers we have, the total revenue for remaining customers I need to show for 11th row. And 12th row has to be the grand total. 12th row has to be the display the grand total revenue in the last row. And if I add all these 11 rows, it has to match with the grand total. Let me repeat one more time the SQL task. I need to write a SQL query to get the top 10 customers. This is straightforward. I guess many of the people can do this. And 11th row, I need to display other than top 10, how many customers are there and what is their total revenue. I need to display in the 11th row as customers not in top 10 and what is their total revenue available. 12th row, I want to display the grand total. And if I add first 11 rows, like example, top 10 customers revenue and remaining customers revenue, if I add, then it should add up to the grand total. It should be same as whatever the value you are showing in the grand total. 498701264. You can see, right? So how to achieve this requirement step by step, let us say. So to achieve this requirement, I'm using two tables. So here, if anyone wants to try the queries on these tables, you can download, you can Google for BA sample schema, then you will find the tables. Here you can see, my requirement is to get the customer name. Customer name is available in sample customers tree. This is a column for customer name and primary key column for the customer table. Customer table, and this is a customer name, and cust key is the primary key column for the customer table. The rest of all are attributes of the customer. And revenue, the second column is total revenue for these customers. Example, for Paul, what is the total revenue? And for Oscar, what is the total revenue? So for each and every individual customer who are in this top 10, it is decided based on what revenue we have done. So basically this top 10 should be decided based on what revenue they have. So the revenue column is not available in sample customer D, it is available in sample revenue. Sorry. Sample revenue. So this is the table we need to utilize for getting the revenue. And in this table, the grain of the data is available at order number. For every individual order, what is the total revenue available that order? Quantity. Revenue order in the sense it is called a bill number type of thing. And revenue, quantity, discount, etc. are the attributes of a sales. Basically, these are the attributes of a sales order or invoice kind of. Basically, it is a sales table. For every sales, whatever happening in the manufacturing unit, whatever happening in a retail market or manufacturing companies, for every sales, they will be having a unique identification number, which is called order number or bill number type of thing. So in this table, a customer may have so many records. So first we need to join customer table with revenue table to get for every customer, what is the total revenue available. So we will say step by step. Select. So we need to write the table names in from class sample customer D, and I'm providing an alias name. I'm providing an alias name to this table, and other table is sample revenue, and I'm providing the alias name as RVN. and the joint condition between these two tables. In revenue table also you can see there is a column called customer, cust key. So cust key is the joint condition between two tables, and as the same column is available in both tables, it is always better to utilize alias name dot table name. Instead of writing table name, we need to use alias. Why? Because we provided alias for this table. So cust dot cust key equal to rvn dot cust key. So we provided the joint condition. So I need two columns right now, customer name and revenue. So customer name is available in cust table, cust dot name. If you don't know the column name, you can do just select star from sample customer ID. It will provide all the columns available in that table. Then whatever the column name, you can right click, you can copy, and you can just paste it here. You can right click on this column header and you can copy selected columns. And I need revenue column from this sample revenue, and you can copy the revenue column, or if you know the column name, you can write the column name rgn dot revenue. So here the requirement is to get top 10 customers. Top 10 customers are derived based on what is the total revenue available against that customer. So first I need to aggregate revenue customer wise. To achieve this top 10, first I need to aggregate this revenue data for each customer. Right now, the data is not aggregated at customer wise. If you want, you can do this ascending order. Order by one indicates we are ordering the data based on customer. So you can see Abhishek Arya, how many rows are there. So this is not aggregated at customer. That was the reason right now I'm using some function on this revenue column to aggregate the data at customer wise. I'm using some function on this revenue column to aggregate the data at customer wise. And I'm providing a alias type. I'm using some function on this revenue column to aggregate the data at customer wise. So as I have provided some on a column, and here I have a column which is non-aggregated. I did not provide any aggregate function on this. So in this particular situation, we need to specify the group by. Whenever I'm using sum on few columns, and if I have few columns without sum, all those columns, whatever we did not provide an aggregate function, these we can call it as in general non-aggregate column. So this particular column I need to provide in group by, otherwise system will throw error. So right now group by indicates I need to aggregate the revenue for each customer wise. So I have done that. For every customer I achieved every customer wise, I retrieved the data, aggregated data I retrieve now. I'm able to retrieve now. We can do this order by. I want to do the descending order of this revenue. So you can call it as order by 2. 2 indicates second column from this select class. Order by 2 indicates it is a second column in this select class. Order by 2 DESC. So this query is providing aggregation of the revenue at customer wise and in descending order. So if you see, this is the highest sales which is done for Paul. Liam is the second one. Irwin is the third one. Oscar is the fourth one. Nick is the fifth one. So these are the top 10. But here my requirement is to display only top 10, but 11th row should be the aggregation of remaining people. So to write this type of thing, to restrict first 10 customers based on customer name wise and remaining people I want to aggregate. To do this type of specific requirement, we can use a dense rank function. We can achieve this task by using a dense rank. Why I'm using dense rank? First, I will try to retrieve the rank for every row. I will retrieve the rank for every row. So here I'm using a dense rank. Why? Because I want to write a functionality to display customer name for first 10 to display customer name for first 10 and rest of the values, I don't want to display customer name. Then only I can aggregate them in a single line. So to achieve that functionality, I'm displaying rank for every row. So to display rank for every row, I'm using dense rank. And here, dense rank syntax is over. And I don't want partition by anything. I wanted rank for every customer. So there is no year or month to do partition by. And directly I'm using order by. So how I need to derive this rank? Highest revenue, I want to allocate rank 1. So we need to write sum of revenue DESC, descending order. If I don't write this descending order, then what happens? Lowest revenue will be allocated with rank 1. If I write descending order, then sum of revenue. So total revenue, which is in descending order. So highest revenue will be allocated with rank 1. Oh, order based sum of revenue. I did not close the parenthesis. I'm sorry. Here I did not close the bracket. Sorry. I have, instead of closing the bracket here, I have mentioned here. So it's a syntax issue. Okay. You can see now. So here I am writing order by sum of revenue. After that, I want to specify descending order. If I don't specify descending order, instead of giving rank 1 for highest revenue, it will give rank for lowest revenue. See, you can see. Lowest revenue, I got the rank 1, rank 2, rank 3, etc. But here my requirement is to get the top 10. So for that purpose, I want to get the rank for highest to lowest. And I'm providing an alias term to it as revenue underscore rank. So where I'm providing an alias name as revenue underscore rank. Yes. And here I'm allocating this query to a with a class which is called temporary table. Okay. With I can provide a name as customer or sales details or sales data. Sales data by customer. I'm providing a name of this temporary table. With the class purpose is it's a kind of temporary table. It's a kind of temporary table. Wherever there is a situation to rewrite this code multiple times, if you are in a situation to write this code multiple times in a main query, then instead you can allocate this query to a with class, which is kind of this temporary table will hold all the data, whatever available this select statement. So you need not to write this select statement in multiple place. Instead, you can write this table name. It's a kind of a temporary table name. So instead of writing, you can achieve the same task using subquery. Instead of writing subquery, I want to avoid writing subquery. So if you want to avoid writing subquery, then this query you can allocate to a table so the code looks simpler. It will look simple and it is easy to understand. Even you can achieve the same task using subquery as well instead of with class. So here, select star from this one. So select star from table name, how you are doing the same way you can do select star from sales data by customer. This is a temporary table and this will be executed only if you execute this query together. If I execute the query separately, and this temporary table will throw error. Why? Because this can be executed only together. So what system will do first, it will execute this query and it will allocate that to this temporary table. And that temporary table you can utilize in your main query in multiple times. So this will also reduce the code repetition, etc. Length of the code also can be reduced. So here the next step is now I got all the customers. Now I got all the customers and their revenue. Now I got all the customers, their revenue and the rank also. All the customers, revenue, rank. But right now customer name I need to display only for top 10. So let us write that. Customer name I need to display only for top 10. So for that purpose, I will use case statement. Case when revenue rank, revenue underscore rank less than or equal to 10, then only display the name. Else display, else what I need to display? I want to display customers not in top 10. I need to display customers. For rest of the customers, I want to display custom value, which is customers not in top 10. And I'm providing alias name as customer name. I'm providing alias name as customer name. Okay. And this revenue I'm displaying. I'm displaying revenue. So whether it is working or not, you can test it. See, it is displayed customer name for first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, 10th. For 11th onwards, it is displayed customer name not in top 10. But here, if you see, there are so many rows with customer not in top 10. The reason is there are nearly 900 customers are there. So all these customers I want to aggregate and I want to display as 11th row. So I need to aggregate rest of the customers. To aggregate, then what is the only option? We need to use sum. To aggregate that rest of the customers, I need to use sum. And I need to use this in group by. Why? Because it doesn't have any aggregate function. Then use that in group by. Execute. Provide an alias name as revenue. But if you see here, customer not in displayed in first row because of alphabetical order. Automatically customer not in top 10. Customers not in top 10 displayed first. But I want to display in 11th row. So to do that, let us make use of this rank. So the same thing for first top 10 less than or equal to, then I will display rank. Then for rest of the people, I will display 11. So first 10 rows, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 in the column called revenue rank. So first 10 rows, I am displaying the rank and rest of the rows, I am displaying 11. Okay. And this I am writing as serial number. I'm providing the column name as serial number. And this I will provide in group by. I have serial number. Now to get this in order by, you can utilize order by either serial number you can write or one also you can write. Clear? First I am getting aggregation of the customer wise revenue I'm getting. I'm allocating that to a temporary table. And on using that temporary table, I'm writing a separate query to get top 10 customers and 11th row other than top 10. Now I need 12th row. To get the grand total. So for that purpose, I will use union or. Here in this situation, you can use union or union all. Anyone you can utilize, but union always creates the performance issue. The reason is union will try to avoid duplicates. So to avoid duplicates, it has to cross check if a row available in first query then it should not repeat in second query. So the row to row, whatever the row available in first query, it will try to cross check with second query to remove the duplicates. So to avoid this issue, whenever you have same row available in two queries, it will display only once, that is union. So whenever you have common rows, that can be, so system will compare every row present in SQL query 1 with every row present in SQL query 2 to identify the common rows. That was the reason it will leads to performance issue. Right now here there is no chance of getting common rows, so I am using union all. Union all blindly it combines the rows whatever available in two queries, so performance issue will not be there. And here I got 11th row, so I need now 12th row. I'm manually writing it as 12 as serial number. Then here I need total, grand total. So I'm writing it as grand total in single line. And I'm using sum of revenue. Sum of revenue from this table. So here if you see, this one I utilized 2 times. If you did not allocate this with class, that means this subquery you have to write twice. So instead of writing that subquery twice, I have utilized this. So right now order by is disturbed. So here I cannot write order by. If you write what happens, order by will work only for this select statement, but I need the order by after clubbing the data. So that was the reason, just write a subquery here on top of it. Select star from, then bracket open, here bracket close, then write order by serial number. That's all. So this is your query. This is your query. So you can format it. Right click, you can do format. So right now, if you see, you got all 12 rows, you can copy, you can paste it in Excel and cross check. If you add up first 11 rows, the sum should match with the grand total. So if you see 49870,126, 49870,126.44. So it is matching. Our data is matching. So right now, you are able to get top 10 customers in first 10 rows and rest of the customers in 11th row and grand total in 12th row. So this is the query. So I will repeat this high level. So first I have written a select statement by joining two tables to get a revenue aggregated at customer wise, and for every customer based on the revenue which is available against that customer after aggregation, I'm using a dense rank to get the rank for every customer. That query I allocated to a temporary table which is called with class. With class I used to declare that. Then I utilized this temporary table to write the queries to get a case statement I utilized here to get customer name for first 10 lines, and rest of the remaining top 10 I need to display custom value which is customer not in top 10. So to achieve this requirement I used a case statement. Then I'm able to achieve top 10 in 10 rows and 11th row other than top 10. Top 10 in 10 rows, 11th row other than top 10. I need grand total, so I used a union all option. Instead of using union, results in duplicates, like the union will results in performance issue, because of it will try to avoid duplicates. Whenever a row is available in both queries, it will try to avoid the common rows. That was the reason it may lead to performance issue. That was the reason I'm using union all instead. And here I utilized a query to get the grand total and to get a particular order, I have written one more select statement on top of it and I specified order by to get the data. So this is the query, and there are multiple ways. Instead of using this with class, you can directly write a subquery concept. Instead of using that with class to allocate a temporary table, in the place of this temporary table, you can write a subquery. Anything, two options are there, two ways we can achieve this. If you have any questions in this SQL query, or if you did not understood, you can mention in the comment section and I will provide the answer. I will reply to you. Thank you.